Chosen one, have you ever felt an invisible hand stopping you just when you thought you were ready to walk away? That heavy pull in your heart, the voice you can't explain, telling you, don't give up on them. This isn't coincidence. This is God speaking directly to you. Right now, as you watch this, He is trying to reach you. He is warning you. He is whispering that this connection, this person in your life, is not just a random chapter. It is a divine assignment. You might be exhausted. Your heart might be screaming, it's over, let go. Your mind might have drafted hundreds of reasons to walk away. Maybe you've been hurt. Maybe betrayal, distance, or silence has left you questioning everything. But there is a force stronger than pain, stronger than fear, stronger than doubt. And that force is God. He's telling you, do not dare to give up. Imagine for a moment, what if you walk away right now, ignoring that whisper, ignoring that pull? What if you turn your back on something heaven has prepared for you? Something only He knows? The thought is chilling, isn't it? Because giving up too soon could mean losing what was meant to change your life, your soul, your very destiny. But why this person? Why now? Why so much struggle and so much uncertainty? That's the mystery God wants you to live through. The tension, the heartbreak, the moments of doubt, all of them are divine tools. They are shaping you. They are shaping the connection. Every tear, every sleepless night, every pang of longing is part of a plan that only the heavens understand. And you, chosen one, are right in the middle of it. And listen carefully, if you are not alone in this, even if it feels like the world is pushing you away from this person, even if friends, circumstances, or even your own mind tell you to give up, God's hand is quietly, invisibly guiding every step. That person in your life is not just anyone. They are part of a story that is bigger than heartbreak, bigger than fear, bigger than disappointment. They are part of your divine journey. Before we move deeper, I need you to do something. Comment 333 below if this message is reaching your soul. If you feel that pull in your heart right now, hit that subscribe button to stay connected to these messages meant just for chosen ones like you. And if you feel the power of God's warning today, send a super thanks, not for me, but as a sign that you recognize this is His word reaching you. This is your first step into understanding why you cannot and must not give up. Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal will awaken a part of you that has been waiting quietly for God to speak. Something extraordinary is about to unfold, and it all begins with listening, trusting, and holding on. The silent battle in the heart. Chosen one, right now deep inside you a war is raging. It's silent, invisible to the world, but it's fierce, relentless, and exhausting. Your heart is caught between two powerful forces. One is the desire to walk away, to stop the pain, to free yourself from the confusion. The other is a strange, unshakable pull, a force you cannot name, a whisper that keeps saying, do not give up on them. Not yet. This is the battlefield of the chosen one. It's where your faith is tested, where every decision feels like life or death, and where every emotion is magnified. You feel the pain of unreturned love, the frustration of silence, the anxiety of uncertainty. But beneath all of it, there's a quiet certainty. A certainty that this person, this connection, is meant to be part of something greater than your current understanding. You might try to reason it away. You might make lists, weigh the pros and cons, tell yourself, it's over. I've tried enough. I deserve peace. And yet the pull remains. That pull is God's signal, a divine fingerprint on your heart that says, this is not a coincidence. This is not just a mistake. Do not give up. And here's the terrifying part. The moment you almost decide to walk away, the moment you are on the edge of letting go, is often the moment when the enemy's whispers grow loudest. Doubt, fear, and impatience appear as allies, but they are traps designed to make you quit. They want you to give up on something that is holy, something God has planted carefully, even if it looks broken, even if it looks hopeless. But listen closely, every sleepless night, every tear, every pang of longing is shaping your heart, strengthening your patience, and preparing you for what is coming. This is not random suffering. This is divine training. The world sees struggle as weakness, but God sees it as preparation. He is teaching you endurance, teaching you faith, teaching you to recognize a connection that is sacred and unbreakable. Even if your mind screams, "Walk away," the chosen one within you knows the truth. You feel it in your chest, in your gut, in that deep, unexplainable knowing. You know that something powerful, something divine is unfolding, and if you give up now, you risk stepping away from your destiny. So embrace the tension, embrace the battle. Know that every moment of uncertainty, every inner tug of war, every quiet prayer in the dark is a sign, a signal that you are on the right path. The battle inside your heart is the first step toward understanding why God is warning you. Some connections are not meant to end, no matter how impossible they feel. Stay with me, chosen one, because what comes next will show you exactly how. God is working behind the scenes even when you cannot see it. You are about to discover signs, moments, and truths that will make you question everything you thought you knew about giving up. God's hand in that connection. Chosen one, have you ever wondered why some people appear in your life when you least expect it, yet leave a mark so deep it can't be erased? That is not chance. That is God's hand. And right now, as you wrestle with the urge to give up, you need to understand that this connection, yes, the very person you are thinking about, is not accidental. Every smile, every argument, every silence, every fleeting moment of joy or pain is orchestrated by something far greater than you can see. God works in mysterious ways. Sometimes He places someone in your life not to comfort you immediately, but to test you, to shape you, and to awaken the chosen one within you. This person is a divine mirror, showing you your fears, your weaknesses, your hidden strength, and your deepest desires. They are a tool of God's love, a puzzle piece of a plan only He fully understands. And when you try to walk away, that pull, that voice in your heart, is God saying, "Not yet. There is more to come." The divine connection is subtle but undeniable. You might have felt it as a strange feeling of familiarity, an unexplainable peace when you think of them, or even a sudden chill when you imagine losing them. These are not coincidences. They are signs, spiritual breadcrumbs laid out to guide you back, to remind you that this person is part of a plan designed for your growth, your destiny, and your purpose. But there is a warning here. If you ignore these signs, if you succumb to fear, anger, or impatience, you risk severing what God has carefully tied together. Walking away too soon can cause you to miss not just a person, but a lesson, a blessing, and a transformation that only He can deliver. The timing may seem cruel, the waiting may feel unbearable, but this is not punishment. It is divine preparation. God sometimes allows obstacles, distance, or silence to strengthen the bond, to build resilience, and to test your faith. The more you fight the pull, the more you recognize that it's not about control, it's about trust. Trusting God even when logic, pride, and fear say otherwise. And the moment you surrender to His plan even just a little, you begin to feel the invisible threads that have always connected you to this person. Remember, chosen one, divine connections are never random. They are never wasted. Every heartbreak, every moment of doubt, and every whisper of hope is designed to lead you exactly where God wants you. So hold on, listen to that inner voice. Watch for the signs, because God's hand is moving in ways you cannot yet see, and His timing is perfect. Stay with me, because in the next section, I will reveal the enemy's tactics, the very forces working to make you quit, and why giving up now could be the gravest mistake of your life. The enemy's trick, making you give up. Chosen one. Just when your heart is whispering, "Hold on," there is another voice, a darker one. It's cunning, persuasive, and patient. The enemy knows exactly how to make you doubt, how to make you question everything, and how to push you toward giving up on what God has placed before you. He uses confusion, exhaustion, and heartbreak as weapons, weaving lies so subtle that you almost don't notice them. Have you felt that sudden wave of hopelessness? That crushing thought that maybe you've tried enough, that maybe this person will never return, or that this connection is doomed? That is no coincidence. It is a trap. The enemy wants to break the bond, to sever the divine connection, and to make you surrender to despair. Every argument, every silence, every moment of rejection can be amplified, to make you believe giving up is the only option. But here's the truth you must never forget. The pain, the frustration, and the fear are not signs that the connection is over. They are tests of your endurance, your faith, and your trust in God's plan. If you succumb to them, you risk losing not just a person, but the purpose behind the connection. Giving up now could mean turning your back on something heaven has carefully orchestrated, something only revealed in time. The enemy knows that the chosen one is different. He knows that your spirit can feel what is divine, even when your eyes cannot see it. That is why he attacks in silence, planting doubts that grow quietly in the corners of your mind. He will make you question your worth, the timing, even your own judgment. He will whisper, "This isn't for you. Let go, stop trying." And yet, those whispers are lies designed to keep you from fulfilling the destiny God has marked for you. You may have already felt it, moments when everything seemed to conspire against you. Misunderstandings, sudden distance, opportunities that vanish, words that cut like knives. These are not random events. They are attempts to make you quit. But chosen one, if you can recognize the pattern, if you can see the invisible hand guiding you through the chaos, you will understand that these trials are temporary. They are the enemy's tricks, and they have no power over God's plan. The key is awareness and courage. Every time you feel the urge to give up, remember why you started. Remember the pull that cannot be explained, the signs that cannot be ignored, and the promise that this connection is part of something divine. Fear, doubt, and frustration are fleeting, but God's plan is eternal. Hold on, stand firm, trust in His timing. In the next section, Chosen One, we will dive into the test of faith and endurance, how God uses these challenges to refine your spirit and prepare you for the moment when everything will make sense. The test of faith and endurance. Chosen One, pain, silence, confusion, loneliness. These are not random trials. Chosen One, they are the tests that God places before you to shape your spirit, to refine your heart, and to prepare you for the moment when everything will align perfectly. Right now, as you wrestle with the temptation to give up, you are standing at the threshold of a divine test, one that will define your destiny if you endure. Every chosen one faces this trial. It is the crucible of faith, the battlefield where patience and trust are forged. God does not ask for blind obedience without reason. He asks for faith when the path seems impossible, hope when everything around you is crumbling, and endurance when the weight of waiting feels unbearable. This is the moment that separates those who walk away from those who step into their true purpose. You might be asking yourself, why must it be so hard? Why must I endure so much pain? The answer lies in understanding that God's ways are not our ways. Every obstacle, every tear, every moment of longing is a tool for spiritual growth. It is not meant to punish you, chosen one. It is meant to awaken a depth of strength you didn't know existed. It is meant to prepare you for the arrival of the moment when you will finally see the fullness of His plan. This test of endurance is also a test of discernment. God wants you to recognize the difference between a relationship that is meant for destruction and one that is divinely appointed. Holding on does not mean suffering endlessly in a toxic situation. It means trusting that the connection you feel, the pull that refuses to let you go, is divinely inspired. It means believing that the trials, though painful, are temporary and purposeful. And here is the secret, chosen one. The deeper the struggle, the greater the preparation. Every moment you resist giving up, every prayer you whisper in the quiet of the night, every heartbeat that still beats with hope, it is God strengthening your spirit. It is Him molding you into someone capable of receiving the blessings, the love, and the purpose He has reserved for you. Do not fear the test. Embrace it. Recognize it as a sign that God is actively working in your life, even when nothing seems to move. This is your spiritual proving ground. The endurance you cultivate now will become your shield, your clarity and your strength. When the time comes to fully step into the divine connection before you, stay close, chosen one, because in the next section, we will uncover the signs God is still working behind the scenes, subtle hints, spiritual nudges, and divine whispers that keep you connected even when it seems impossible. Signs God is still working behind the scenes. Chosen ones, have you ever felt it? That unexplainable pull, that quiet nudging in your heart, that moment where everything seems to line up in the most impossible way. That is God at work, chosen one. Even when it feels like nothing is happening, even when the world seems silent and indifferent, the divine is moving behind the scenes, orchestrating events you cannot yet see, guiding you closer to the purpose He has for you. These signs are subtle, almost invisible if you're not paying attention. They come in dreams that linger long after you wake, in fleeting thoughts that feel too powerful to ignore, or in numbers that appear over and over, whispering a pattern only your spirit recognizes. You may dismiss them at first, thinking it's coincidence, but chosen one, coincidences are a trick of the enemy. God's signs are deliberate. They are messages designed to awaken your awareness and keep you on the path He has chosen for you. Have you ever noticed that no matter how far they seem to drift away, something keeps connecting you? Perhaps it's a memory that refuses to fade, a sudden urge to reach out, or a feeling that they are thinking of you at the exact same moment. These are not accidents. These are divine threads weaving your story together. God is whispering to you, do not give up, for this connection is far from over. The challenge is recognizing these signs in the chaos of your daily life. When disappointment, fear, or doubt cloud your vision, it's easy to miss the quiet miracles. A brief encounter that seems ordinary, a message that appears out of nowhere, even a moment of déjà vu. These are all God's fingerprints. Small but powerful reminders that He is still working, still guiding, still protecting the divine plan. And here is the truth that will shake you to your core. Every time you feel despair creeping in, every time you think all hope is lost, it is often the precise moment when God is preparing something extraordinary. He moves in silence so that your faith, endurance, and trust are tested. The more you notice and honor these signs, the stronger your connection becomes, not just to that person, but to the divine purpose behind them. So do not ignore the feelings, the dreams, or the coincidences. Listen carefully. Observe the subtle nudges, the synchronicities, the small moments that refuse to be explained away. They are God's way of telling you that He is still at work, that the plan is still unfolding, and that your path, no matter how difficult, is divinely protected. Stay with me, chosen one, because in the next section, we will confront the moments when all hope seems lost, the times that test your faith the most, yet hold the keys to understanding why God tells you never to give up. When it feels like all hope is gone, there comes a moment, chosen one, when it feels like everything is lost. The person you care for seems distant, unreachable, or even gone from your life. Silence stretches endlessly. Messages go unanswered, promises seem broken, and every attempt to reconnect fails. Your heart feels heavy, and despair whispers, it's over. Let go, move on. In these moments, the world wants you to believe that hope has vanished, that what you feel is meaningless, that your struggle is in vain. But listen closely, because this is exactly the moment when God's plan is most alive. The darkest nights are often followed by the brightest dawns. The space between you and this person, the silence, the distance, these are not signs of abandonment. They are the spaces in which God is moving, unseen, orchestrating events, shaping hearts, and preparing both of you for a reunion that is far greater than you can imagine. The enemy wants you to believe the silence is permanent. He wants you to surrender to fear, to walk away, to abandon the divine purpose that only God understands. Every doubt, every pang of loneliness, every tear that falls in the dark, these are attacks designed to break your faith. But chosen one, do not let them win. Your endurance in these moments is the very proof that you are aligned with God's plan, Even when it feels like all hope is gone, subtle signs continue to appear. Perhaps a memory resurfaces, bringing warmth to your heart. Maybe a message, unexpected and seemingly insignificant, appears at the perfect moment. Or a dream comes that feels more real than life itself, carrying a message you cannot ignore. These are not coincidences. They are God's whispers, reminders that He is still at work, that your connection is far from finished, and that He has not forgotten you. It is in these moments, when the world tells you to give up, that your faith becomes your strongest weapon. The longer you hold on, the more you resist despair, the stronger your heart becomes. The pain, the longing, and the uncertainty are all part of a divine process designed to prepare you for the moment when the connection will become clear, undeniable, and purposeful. So, chosen one, do not despair. Do not succumb to fear. Do not abandon what God has placed in your heart. Every second of waiting, every tear shed in silence, every quiet prayer whispered in the darkness is leading you toward a revelation that will make every hardship worth it. God is not finished. The story is far from over, and the moment you least expect, everything will begin to fall into place, showing you why you were told never to give up. Stay with me, because in the next section, we will reveal the moment of revelation, why you were told not to give up. This is where understanding, clarity, and divine purpose will begin to unfold. The moment of revelation, why you were told not to give up. Every chosen one reaches a point where the pieces start to fall into place. The confusion begins to clear, the heartbreak softens, and the weight that once pressed so heavily on your chest begins to lift. This is the moment of revelation, the instant when God allows you to see, even if just a little, the bigger picture. You begin to understand why you were warned not to give up on that person. Why every tear, every sleepless night, every pang of longing was necessary. This revelation is not always dramatic or loud. Sometimes it comes quietly, like a gentle whisper in your heart, a sudden understanding that catches you off guard. Other times it arrives in moments of synchronicity, when events align so perfectly that you can no longer deny divine orchestration. You start to see that the struggles you endured, the times you were tempted to quit, and the moments when hope seemed lost were all part of a divine process, designed to prepare you for this connection. Perhaps you realize that the timing, which once seemed cruel, was perfect. Perhaps you see how the distance and silence shaped both of you, refining your patience, strengthening your faith, and teaching you discernment. Every challenge was not an obstacle, but a preparation, the shaping of your heart and theirs to receive what God has intended. And here is the truth that will resonate deep within your soul. The person you were tempted to give up on is not just someone to love or care for. They are part of your divine destiny. Their presence in your life is a reflection of God's plan, a lesson meant to awaken, guide, and transform you. Every trial, every struggle, and every moment of doubt was carefully orchestrated to bring you to this moment of clarity. The revelation often carries both awe and fear. Awe, because you see how meticulously God has been working behind the scenes. Fear, because you understand that giving up at any point could have cost you this divine purpose. And that fear should not paralyze you. It should strengthen you. It should remind you that the connection, the struggle, and the endurance were never about mere feelings. They were about destiny. Chosen one, this is why you were warned. This is why God kept whispering, do not give up on that person. Because in the end, what you thought was pain was actually preparation. What you feared losing was actually a divine gift. And what you almost abandoned was a purpose far greater than your mind could imagine. Stay with me for the final section, where we deliver the ultimate message and blessing, a word that will seal your understanding, strengthen your faith, and inspire you to hold on with unwavering trust. Final message and blessing. Chosen one, now you see it clearly. Every tear, every moment of doubt, every heartbeat that pulled you toward this person was never wasted. God has been working in ways you could not see, shaping your heart, testing your faith, and preparing both of you for a purpose far greater than you could imagine. The struggle, the silence, and the uncertainty were not obstacles. They were the refining fire of divine love, molding you into someone capable of receiving what has been reserved for you. You are not here by accident. You are not wandering aimlessly. You are chosen, protected, guided. Every feeling that tugged at your soul, every sign that whispered in the quiet of your heart, every number, dream, or coincidence, these were God's fingerprints, reminders that you are on a path that is sacred and unstoppable. And this path, as challenging as it has been, leads to a connection that is not only significant, but essential to your destiny. Do not be afraid of the trials, the waiting, or the uncertainty. These are temporary. They are tools to prepare you, to strengthen your patience, and to build a faith so unwavering that nothing in this world can shake it. The divine connection you hold in your heart is eternal in its purpose. The moment you trust God completely, hold on fully and refuse to give up, you align yourself with the very plan He has written for you. Remember, chosen one, this message is not just words. It is a call to action for your spirit. You were warned not to give up because what you almost lost was your destiny. You were reminded to endure because patience is the gateway to divine revelation. And you were guided to stay connected because the story of your heart and theirs is far from over. It is only beginning. If you have felt the pull of this message, I urge you to act. Comment 333 below to affirm that you are listening to God's voice, that you are choosing faith over fear, and that you are committed to holding on. Subscribe to this channel to continue receiving messages meant specifically for chosen ones like you. And if this message has touched your soul today, send a super thanks, not for me, but as a sign that you acknowledge God's work in your life and the purpose He is revealing. Go forward with courage. Chosen one, your heart, your patience, and your faith are being rewarded. Trust the process, embrace the divine timing, and hold on to that person with the knowledge that you are exactly where you are meant to be. The struggle was never in vain, the waiting was never meaningless, and the connection was never random. God is with you, guiding you, protecting you, and preparing something extraordinary, something only you and He can understand. Do not give up. Stand firm. The story is yours to live, and the divine plan is already unfolding.